Hello all you beauty people, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Obviously you can tell by the title down below, it's that time again. It's time for trash talk. It's time to go through all of my empties, some of the stuff I decided to declutter and get rid of. I recently did a shop my stash type of video where I kind of cleared out some of the products in my vanity. Switched them out for some new products, but I also got rid of some stuff that I just wasn't really keen on, wasn't really into. So if you guys haven't seen that video, make sure you guys check that out. I'll link those two videos down below. There's a part 1 and a part 2. But yeah, I kind of got that idea off of one of my favorite YouTubers, Paige Corin, who does them quite often because she actually does get a lot of PR, unlike me where I purchase everything myself. So a lot of money is in the drain in this bin, because if you guys didn't see by the thumbnail, this thing is packed full. I definitely need to get rid of it anyways because it's trash night in my house and I need to just like get it into the recycling bin, put it out wherever it needs to go. It needs to find a home, so, and get out of this bin so I can make room for new stuff. So if this is your first time to my channel, I post 2 to 3 times a week. They are beauty, lifestyle, hauls, unboxings, everything in between, fashion, try-on hauls, those types of different things. If that's something that you're interested in, then I would appreciate you guys joining my channel. I'm so close to 400 subscribers. Maybe I've already hit it by now, but you guys do know that I do giveaways once a month and sometimes twice a month, depending on if I'm hitting my 100 tier. I'm going to keep doing it until I hit at least, I don't know, whenever I feel like stopping is when I'll stop, but those 100 tier subscriber ones, I will do an extra giveaway, and those are meant for US and international, so it just depends on whoever wins. But in general, I appreciate you guys stopping by, being a part of my channel. So if you like videos like this, you know the gist. Don't forget this video a big thumbs up. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel, and don't forget to hit that notification bell down below so you don't miss a video with me, your girl Sandra D, and let's just go ahead and get into this. Alright, so I've got a lot of trash here like I showed you guys. This bin is actually quite heavy. It's sitting on my lap. I've got another like bag down below me to kind of toss everything into. So as we go along, I'm just going to go ahead and toss it in there so I can go ahead and get rid of it, recycle it, do whatever I can do, because you know what? It's Earth Day at the same time too. Even though I am filming this past midnight now, I meant to film it before midnight, and it was Earth Day, so again, just trying to do my best to recycle what I can instead of trashing it. But in general, let's just go ahead and start off with what's right on top. Again, this bin has a mixture between skincare, personal care, hair care, makeup, all of it in between. So starting off with the 2 biggest items that are right on top are hair care. So this is the Aussie Total Miracle 7-in-1 conditioner. Revivalescent with apricot, Australian macadamia oil, all of the beautiful things that you want. Again, it's a 7-in-1 conditioner. This like made my hair smell so good first off, and made it feel nice and soft and smooth. When it says it does 7-in-1, it just strengthens against damage, softens, split-end protection, moisturizes, humidity control, shine, smooths, all those things, yada yada. This is drugstore. This is definitely a recyclable item, so I'm gonna make sure I recycle this. I would repurchase this, but I tried out a different Aussie conditioner right now. It's more or less on the curly brand, because you guys know my hair is naturally curly. Right now it's straight, and I recently just toned my hair so that my roots and all this kind of brightened up a little bit, and they all blend seamlessly because I'm gonna get my hair done soon, making it a little bit easier on my hairdresser. But I just wanted to freshen up my hair a little bit, and yeah, so I toned my own hair at home. In between sessions of like getting my hair done. But I do love this conditioner. Would repurchase it, but right now I'm using a different one at the moment. And then the other product I have is the John Frieda Frizz Daily Nourishment Leave-In Conditioner. Makes frizz-prone hair soften and manageable. So I've actually repurchased this multiple times, but currently right now I'm using 2 other sprays that I've gotten in my subscription boxes that pretty much kind of do the same thing. This, I will say, is kind of expensive if you can't find it on sale. I think it's like $10.99, maybe $12.99, somewhere in that range for a John Frieda product, even though it is supposed to be drugstore. But again, the other ones right now that I'm using kind of do everything that this one does. One of them's like an all-over spray by like the R & Co brand, And then the other one, I don't know what it is, but it kind of does exactly the same thing this one does. So haven't repurchased this right now, but I do know I've gone through at least 3 of these bottles. This would be the 3rd one because I just love it. But it's a really good product. If you need frizz control and you want like a leave-in conditioner that likes to soften your hair, detangle it, all those types of things, protects from, it's a heat or formulated with vitamin A and heat protection, leave-in conditioner, helps dry damage, frizz-prone hair, resists breakage, and feels silky and smooth. So really good product there. Another product that I have right here, which is on top, this is more or less like personal care. This is the Degree Dry Shower Clean Invisible Solid. So I actually got this in like a huge multi-pack from Costco, and definitely a steal because deodorants these days are actually pretty expensive. They're like $6, somewhere in that range for a deodorant. And then for like the 4-pack that I got was, I think, like $12, $13 at most from Costco. And so this was my last one, and recently I just purchased the Dove brand from Costco, and I've got like 4 of those. Again, same price range, but still really good deodorants. And this one's just a 24-hour protection one. It's just deodorant, guys, I guess. So would I repurchase it? Yes. Okay, moving on. I think more or less, is there makeup or is there skincare? I don't know what's all in here. Okay, so skincare right off the bat, I've got the Pixi Hydrating Milky Serum. I use this up. I got this in a subscription box. Love the Milky line by Pixi. Definitely would repurchase this, but I've got a lot of other serums that are in my skincare drawer behind me that I've gotten from subscription boxes, obviously. But I definitely would repurchase this. It just made my skin feel so good. I used it every morning before I put my makeup on. And it just gave my skin a nice radiant boost. So I definitely would repurchase that one for sure. The other one I kept in here and I meant to get rid of a long time ago, and I just never did because I was trying to do my research on it. But this was the Kylie Skin Foaming Face Wash. This came to me clear and then it turned brown. And I was trying to figure out why exactly it did that, but apparently there's like some, I guess not, some ingredient that's in here that after a while when it oxidizes it turns brown like this. So I just never end up using it. And again, when you think about oxidizing, and there's an ingredient in here, I've never heard of any other skincare doing this. I don't remember what the ingredient was, but yeah, I just went ahead and tossed it. I tried it out maybe like 2 or 3 times. It wasn't anything special. It was just like a foaming cleanser. So would I repurchase that? Probably not, because of whatever that ingredient is, because if you can't finish it fast enough, it's going to oxidize and turn into that. Next product is going to be the Morphe Continuous Setting Spray. You guys know I love this setting spray so much. Tried and true. I've repurchased this multiple times. You guys know it is a cult favorite now in the beauty community. So definitely check this out. Try it out if you haven't. Don't ever buy it full priced, because Ulta always has that $3.50 coupon off 15. So I think, and I'm pretty sure that this spray is like $15, $16, something like that. So you can definitely make this a little bit cheaper for yourself. But also sometimes they sell like a duo pack every now and then. So make sure you keep an eye out for when they do that. Moving on, let's look what else is in here. I've got some e.l.f. products in front of me, I think. Is this the only e.l.f. product? Found another deodorant, so we already know what I think about that one. I think I've got a few e.l.f. products that are in here. Just let me double check just so I can kind of go over everything at once for you. Okay, e.l.f. products. So I have the e.l.f. Soft Luminous Powder in here. They recently reformulated this into like the Halo version. They don't sell this one anymore. So I don't remember if I was wowed by it. I think I tried it one more time recently, and I think I just want to try out the new formula, because this one actually has like glitter in it for it being a luminous powder, and I wasn't really fond of that. If you guys can see in the cap, maybe, just like the glitter particles, I'm not a fan of that glitter all over my face. I like it just as a highlighter areas, but as a setting powder, no. The other one was the Prep and Hydrate Balm. I've had this sitting in my drawer and that just popped off. If you guys didn't see that, it's at the wit's end anyways. So, and I've had it in there. It's dirty, it's dingy, it needs to go. So I'm done with that one. And then this one you guys saw when I did the Mini Melt e.l.f. collection. I got this and it's broken when I got it. So 86'd it right away and just said I was done with it. It was a waste of money. I'm very angry at that, so it is what it is. I think those were the only e.l.f. products that were in here. Maybe not. If I find something else again, I will let you know. And then moving on, I've got a few setting powders that are right on the top right now at the moment. Flower Beauty one. I do really love this powder. It is a really good powder. This is their satin finish powder. Minimizes the pores, or minimizes the appear of imperfections and gives you an ambient glow. I didn't really see the glow aspect of it. I think the packaging's too bulky. I think it's just kind of like an average setting powder. I really didn't see anything like wowing about it, but it's from the Flower Beauty brand, which is owned by Drew Barrymore. So would I repurchase it? No, not right now, because I've got other setting powders I'm trying out, and it is pretty decently priced. I think this is like $15, $16 for this setting powder, and there's drugstore powders that I can purchase for a less expensive price that I enjoy better, like the Maybelline Fit Me one. Then I have the Ciate London Water Burst. This one is white. It gives you a white cast on your face. I hated it. Doesn't barely even smell like watermelon. So this one's trash. Gave me like Flashback Mary vibes. Not a good one. Going in the same way with the Ciate, staying on the same one. This is the coconut setting powder. This is also a white setting powder as well. Flashback Mary vibes. Wouldn't repurchase that one either. And then going in the same direction, the Dermablend Loose Setting Powder. Again, a white powder, Flashback Mary. I'm going to keep saying that because these white powders, I don't know why companies make these. They're not really that great. And again, they just give you horrible flashbacks. So they're not worth it. They're not worth it at all. Okay, so I think that's it. Oh no, the last setting powder. Coty Airspun. Obviously, we know this was a cult favorite in the beginning. It just has that like perfumey, scented smell that kind of reminds you of, I don't know, like baby powder. I guess that's exactly what it is, baby powder. Mine is broken on the side. It's been very loved over the years. I just got powder everywhere, almost going into my eye. But it's just time to move on for this. I just stopped using it because I just didn't really like the smell over time. It just wasn't that great. It was great for baking. If they come out with one that is like not scented, that would be great, and I would repurchase it again for sure. So there is that. Then do I have, let's see, do I have primers in here? I've got 2 primers, I think. No, 3, 4, 5 primers. 5 primers in here, I think. Yes. Oh, another setting spray, or another setting powder. This is the Milani Prep Set and Glow Illuminating Translucent Powder. I actually did love this one, but I've had this for a very long time. I've hit pan on it, and I'm just ready to move on to a different setting powder. But this one actually is a really good setting powder for sure. I would definitely repurchase this one for sure. So there's that one. Then for primers, you guys know I love this primer. Love this line. Thank you, Wet n Wild, for it. This is the Wet n Wild Water Drop Primer Cucumber Primer. So basically it turns from like a gel into like a hydrating like water formula onto your face. It goes from cream to a water formula. It hydrates, locks down moisture, blurs the appearance of pores. It just is very refreshing on your face, especially if you are a girl that likes to do like a very light coverage or very like light formula, or you just need extra hydration to your skin before you even go in with a different primer. This one is so good, and it's so affordable, and it smells good. It smells like cucumbers, like you're getting a facial. Ugh, I can't rave on enough about this. So obviously I had another one in my hand, and then I have my 3rd purchase one in my current drawer right now. So you should definitely check this out if you've ever been interested in the Water Drop Primer line by Wet n Wild. I would definitely say it's a good one. Going along with the other Wet n Wild primer that I do have, this is the Serum Primer. Obviously, guys, I've told you how I like to put on a serum before I start putting on my foundation, before I start putting actual primer. This is kind of 2-in-1, I guess. But I still end up putting on another primer on top of this. This just kind of just felt like a regular serum. So I don't know if this would necessarily, you should do this on its own. because it doesn't really say that it does much besides just hydrating your face, just kind of like how the other one does. But I would repurchase this one, but I guess not at right now at the moment, because I have serums I can use and other primers I can put on top of it to kind of create even a better base. So there is that. And then I have the Catrice Cosmetics Prime and Fine Soothing Refined Primer that's supposed to kill your pores. So this is what it looks like. It kind of, I guess this was supposed to be Catrice's version of duping the Tatcha primer. And then obviously everyone else and their mom decided they want to come out with it, like e.l.f. and there's a few other people that have tried to do like the whole putty primer. So, but I definitely will say this has a very softer texture compared to the other one. So if you've ever been interested in trying this, I'm going to be honest, I like this one better than the e.l.f. version for sure. So I would repurchase this one over the e.l.f. one, even though I have the e.l.f. one behind me in my drawers. And then the last one is the CoverGirl True Blend Base Skin Primer, the illuminating one. I'm not really a big fan of this one because it has a lot of glitter particles into it, and it just makes your face like, it's not the best. I definitely like the L'Oreal one better because that one's more of like a luminizer than one that's just like straight glitter like this one is. And this one really, it doesn't really do much besides it says it's supposed to enhance the radiance of your skin. So I don't know. I felt like when I put foundation on top of it, it just, the glitter kind of showed through, even if I set it. So it just wasn't good. And then sometimes it kind of balled up really weird, funky. But yeah, no, I wouldn't repurchase one. Try a different one by a different company and then you'll be better off that way for sure. Bronzers. I've got a few bronzers that are in here, I think. Is that it? Is that it? Okay, bronzers. So I have the Wet n Wild bronzer. This is the color bronzer, the color icon bronzer in Sunset Strip or Sunset Striptease. This is what it looks like. I have hit pan on this. I really did like this bronzer. I've had it for a really long time. I guess it's just time for us to part ways and move on, because I have some other bronzers I like to try out. This one definitely is more on the deeper side compared to when I am not tan, but I still was able to make this work. But at the same time, I'm just kind of over it, wanting to move on to something else. The other one I have is the Contour and Glow Cream Sculpting Palette by Collab Beauty. So I picked this up because Tati raved about this like 2 years ago or whenever she talked about it on her channel before she decided to take her hiatus from YouTube, and I really did fall in love with this. I actually found it on clearance after she had talked about it, which was really weird, in Sally's Beauty, and I ended up picking up 2 of these. I've just had this one for so long. I've hit pan on the Illuminizer, and then the bronzer, I was okay with it. It wasn't that great. I actually have another one that's in my drawer behind me. This was the light medium shade, but I have some other cream contour shades that I've been using right now at the moment. So I just wanted to go ahead and try something else and move on. Plus, this one I can probably guess there's probably bacteria and stuff in this because it's that old. So moving on from that. And then I also have this small Hoola Benefit Bronzer. Hoola is just so good. But I've had this forever. This is like the travel size one. It's been well loved, well used. It's just time to go again because I think I've had that in my collection. I can't even tell you, but I feel like it's like 4-5 years plus. So it's just time to retire that one and just move on. All right. I've got some foundations that are in here for sure to talk about. So foundation wise, God, there's so many in here. This is the Joa Truly Yours Natural Finish Foundation Drops. Love, love, love this foundation. This is in Natural Ivory. I've just used it all up. I do have a backup of this one, I do believe. So yes, I have already repurchased this. It just has a nice finish to it. It is a K-Beauty brand that is under the umbrella of Kiss, so like Kiss Lashes, that they were able to bring here to the US, but it is inspired by K-Beauty, I guess. But again, Joa Beauty, really good. Find it in CVS. Worth the price. The whole entire brand actually is pretty good. There's some really good gems that are in there, like the brow pencil, their eyeliner, their fly liner is like one of my favorite eyeliners to use. I love this foundation, and then there's a setting powder that I'm trying out right now that was in my collection. So definitely try this out if you've ever been interested in it, for sure. I have the Revolution Stick Foundation in F2. So I picked this up when stick foundations were like popping off like almost 2 years ago. And like everyone was raving over the Hourglass foundation, and this was supposed to be like the dupe of that Revolution came out with, like their drugstore version. I just wasn't a fan of this. It didn't work for my skin whatsoever. Again, I have very like a dry combination skin, and it just settled into my fine lines everywhere. It always broke, and it just made my face just like look even drier. So yeah, wasn't a fan of that one. And then going into another foundation that I wasn't a fan of, that I've barely even used. This is the Matte Fluidity Full Coverage Foundation by Morphe. Again, full coverage is great, but matte does not work on me. Matte foundations do not work on me because I have dry skin. So I wasn't even thinking about it when I tried it out. I mean, I've gotten to know my skin a little bit better over the years. So when this came out, this was like Morphe's first foundation. I'm just very upset that it didn't work out for me. Just like this other Morphe foundation that did not work out for me, which was their newest one. The Filter Effect Soft Focus Foundation in medium to full coverage. I went out of my way to get this. I got the brush that came with it, everything. So yeah, this is more of a newer foundation. I put this in here because I really just either want to declutter it or give it to someone else that it might work for them and we have the same skin tone. So yeah, I've used this maybe 2 or 3 times, and it hasn't worked for me. This is in the color, what is it? Filter Light 4. Again, I think I've used it like 2 or 3 times, and it just didn't work for me. I should have returned it to Ulta, and I didn't, within like the 14 days or 7 days, whatever the return policy is. So I'm definitely just going to hopefully pass this off to a friend or a family member. Again, it is in Filter Light 4. So maybe if one of you guys want it, I guess if you're in my shade or in this shade and you guys are okay that I've only used it like 3 times and you want it, let me know in the comments down below and I'll pick someone to send this to. Or even this one, I've only used, I mean, this one's a little bit older. Actually, no, I won't send that to anyone. But this is new. So I will definitely send this off to someone if anyone is interested in it, for sure. And then the other foundation I have is the CoverGirl Clean Fresh Skin Milk light to medium coverage. I don't know. This one just wasn't bad. It like balled up. It had like little balls that were in it. This I wasn't the only one that happened to me, so I think it's just bad formulation. And that one, I wouldn't purchase that one at all, even though I still sell it in stores. The Milani Screen Queen in Nude Beige Natural Finish Foundation. This one just didn't look good on me either. It was streaky. Even if I used a sponge or brush, no matter what it was, it just separated on my skin. I don't know why. I just wasn't a big fan of this one. It's supposed to have a luminous natural skin finish, buildable light to medium coverage, long wear. It's pretty much what it said. I bought it for more of like the luminous natural one because you guys know I love my dewy skin. But that's not what it gave off on me. And also it's supposed to have a digital blue light filter. Okay, with technology there. But in general, just it didn't work for me. It's worked for other people, but it just didn't work for me at all. And I just need to declutter and get rid of that one. What else is there? I think I've got 3 concealers in here. So 3 concealers. We're almost at the end, ladies and gentlemen. Almost at the end. So I've got 3 concealers that are in here. First is the True Match Concealer by L'Oreal. This one's just at its ends. It's just like getting dried out. It's getting goopy. I did love this one. I would repurchase it, but I've got other concealers to use right now at the moment. So that one's that one. This is the Smashbox Studio Skin 24-Hour Waterproof Concealer. I don't know what that says. Maybe that's, I don't know. Anyways, this is supposed to be the 24-hour. This one creased way too much. It really didn't give any coverage whatsoever. I felt like I could still see my dark circles underneath. It just was very light coverage, not even what I really wanted. And I guess I never tried out the whole like waterproof concealer aspect of it all, but I just wasn't a fan of the formula just because of how liquidy it is, and it just didn't really offer much coverage. So I would definitely say stay away from that one. If you're a full coverage queen, if you're not a full coverage queen, you want more of a natural one, then sure, go for it. The last concealer, which you guys heard me mention this in my haul video, if you guys didn't see my haul video, it should have gone up before this one. This is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer. This is one of ColourPop's first concealers that they came out with. So this one sat in my drawer for a while. I totally forgot about it when I bought it. And I went to go use it because, again, like I talked about that Shop My Stash video earlier, I put it into my vanity to start using it. And when I opened it, drum roll, please, the doe foot applicator wasn't there. And I'm like, how? How does this happen? Can someone please tell me how this happens? And I can see it in there, but I have no idea how it broke, what happened to it. I don't remember that happening, or I would have never put it into my organized drawers behind me, into the concealer drawer. So it just has to go. But luckily I went ahead and purchased that newer formulated concealer by ColourPop in the Pretty Fresh line. So I'm excited to try that out and use that. I have a few lip products that are here. I think there's just these three lip products. The Baby Lips one is okay. It gives your lips a little bit of a tint, but I just wasn't, I've used it all the way almost to the end. So I forget why I bought this. I think someone was talking about it and said how great it was. I hadn't tried it in a long time, but I did use it every single morning when I would put on my makeup, just to kind of give my lips a little bit of moisture. Would I repurchase it? Yes, but do I need to repurchase it right now? No. Then I got this Yensa Super 8 lip oil. This is just sticky. It's not even like a lip oil. It's not that great. I got it in my subscription box, so honestly I wouldn't repurchase that, and that just bounced out of the trash can, so it is what it is, but no, it's not worth it. The other item in here, this I got from the dollar store. What can I really expect that much from the dollar store, from a dollar store brand? Some are great, some are not so great. This is the Broadway Color Matte Lip Lacquer. No, just don't even try them. Don't waste your dollar on it. Spend your dollar on some candy or some food from the dollar store. Don't do it. Do not do it. Okay. Setting spray. This is the Urban Decay B6 Vitamin Infused Complex Prep Spray. I used to use this at nighttime because you can also do it a part of your skincare because of the vitamins that are infused in it. Did I really see a difference? Honestly, I don't remember because I would use this along with the Mario Badescu sprays and a bunch of other skincare at one time, because at nighttime when I wash my face, take everything off, I pile on the skincare to give my skin as much moisture as possible. But I did buy this on sale at, I think, TJ Maxx or Marshall's for maybe $6 or $7. So if I saw it again, I would repurchase it just because of the vitamins that are in it. I think it is, so it says calming multitude of sins for soothing spray. It preps and hydrates and reduces redness, minimizes pores, absorbs oils, has vitamin E, provides antioxidants and willow bark with rich natural salicylic acid, aids cell turnover for all skin types. So cool what it does. Not sure if it really did it or not, but I would repurchase it if I saw it in the store again. And then kind of following that kind of skincare thing, I have an empty thing of cleanser wipes. This is the Kroger brand. I do really like these a lot. These are supposed to be a dupe for the Neutrogena one. I will say I like the Kirkland brand better because they just have a little bit more moisture in them, and they do really take off waterproof mascara better than these ones do. But I didn't have time to go all the way over to Costco to get them, and I just grabbed them because Kroger is literally 2 minutes around the corner from my house, so it just made it easier for me, and they do sell it in a big box for I think $5 less than the Kirkland brand. So there's that. I have the Gene Labs Firming Vitamin E ferulic acid facial serum. Emptied this. This is supposed to be like a dupe for like the Ordinary ones, but I have some of the Ordinary ones. And then I just found this in like a 3-pack at Marshall's or TJ Maxx. I'm pretty sure that I saw for a while that Urban Decay was carrying this, but now I think Urban Decay carries the Ordinary instead. So, no need to repurchase that one. But if I saw it, would I repurchase it? Maybe. Not really sure. It is what it is. Then I've got some mascaras in my hand right here for us. So, I finally finished my favorite CoverGirl Lash Blast Amplifying Primer. If you guys have not tried a lash primer before, you definitely want to try this. I definitely want to go ahead and repurchase this. But I have 2 other lash primers that I'm trying right now. The one by Essence and the one that I got in my subscription box by KVD Beauty. So, but definitely I want to repurchase this once I get a moment to, especially since you can find this in a duo pack with the Clump Crusher mascara. And those two together, a dynamic duo that you need in your life. So definitely would repurchase that one for sure. Next one is the Believe Beauty High Drama Fiber Mascara. This one was not my favorite. I like the other purple mascara by Believe Beauty, and the it's the wand. It's the wand for me. Not a fan of this type of wand. It really didn't do anything much for my lashes whatsoever. It was actually more on the clumpier side of a formula. So not it, sis. But then also, like I said, the other purple one, which is more like narrow, and the gold one are really good ones by Believe Beauty. So I would definitely repurchase those ones, but they're not in this video. But don't buy that one. Just don't buy that one. The Falsies Lash Lift Waterproof Mascara by Maybelline. This one's okay. I kind of just bought it because I needed a waterproof mascara at one point, but I'm not really a big fan of these like big bulky brushes. I feel like they get really messy on my lashes since I've got elephant lashes. You guys know all about that situation. And this one just was really messy, and it could be human error. Maybe it was me. I don't know. But also I don't think the waterproof aspect in this formula was as great as the Falsies one, the other Falsies one that I have, the original formula. I think that one's better, and I like the wand on that one better too as well. So I wouldn't repurchase that one. The Surf Curl Tarte C collection. This one just started drying out. I did like the wand on this one, but this one really got messy as well, and it did clump over time. So I wasn't really wowed by this formula, so I wouldn't repurchase that one. This is the Liquid Lash Extensions Thrive Cosmetics mascara. I got this in a subscription box. First off, I love the wand because it's rubber and it's spiky. It does have like a tubing technology. I did use this how Whitney Simmons said to use this with a lash primer, and it's amazing. But I've come to the end of this, so I would repurchase this if I had the opportunity to, but I wish Thrive was like sold by like Sephora or Ulta to make it easier. Maybe it is, maybe I just don't know, to repurchase this one. This is also a very heavy mascara, and this is very expensive. So I think this is like $28. Again, I would repurchase if it was on sale. If it was on sale, I'd repurchase it for sure. I've got some blushes over here, or highlighters. This is just a baked blush that I decided to declutter. It's just chalky. You don't even need to know what the brand is. This is a Stila Cream Blush. It's like a trial size. I've had it forever. It's probably have a bunch of bacteria in it. I definitely didn't give that one a fair go. I just wanted to declutter it. But the blush I did give a fair go is the Luminoso Blush by Milani. You guys, can you see how heavily loved this is? Like, it's just so loved. I loved it enough. I would and will be repurchasing this once I get a moment to. But I've got so many other blushes and bronzers that I need to move on to. And this is a cult favorite, but there's other ones that are better out there now these days. So this one had to go. It has to go. It's done. It's donezo. Okay, we've got some brow products in here for sure. So this one is by the AOA Studios. This is from the Shop Miss A website. Sorry, my contact is like getting dry. I didn't like this one whatsoever. I tried to use it as much as possible. It has a spoolie, but the formula is just really dry. It drags. It's hard to use. So that's a no-go. The other one is the Wet n Wild one, kind of in the same boat, just not a fan of it whatsoever. too dry of a formula. I need something kind of on the in-between of like that it glides on very easily. But again, I have better eye pencils that are like, I like the thinner ones better, I guess. I don't like the big and bulky ones. They're just not it for me. And then the last eyebrow product that we have in here. So this is the Believe Beauty Defined Brow Defined Pencil. First off, can someone tell me how is this a defined tip? It is, I guess I don't even know how you would even use this. And then first off, this formula is so creamy. So creamy. It doesn't give you definition whatsoever. It doesn't make brow-like strokes. It just makes like you just drew on your eyebrows. Like it doesn't give you a natural look whatsoever. So I just wasn't a big fan of this one at all. So I would definitely say stay away from that one in the Believe Beauty collection. Oh my God, we're almost done. So I've got some last stragglers that are at the bottom. The Wet n Wild liquid eyeliner. This is in white. I would repurchase this one, but I can never find it. It's always sold out. This is another eyeliner. This is the Automatic Pencil and Lace by Ulta. A really dry formula, so not that great. I would buy the NYX one instead, for sure. Then I've got the Bad Gal Bang Mascara. This is in the travel one. I like the wand on it, but I've just used this up. It's dried out. I would repurchase this if I had the opportunity to in the full size. There's that. And then I have my favorite eyeliner. This is the one I was talking about. This is the Joa I'm So Fly Liner Ink Pen. I just love the tip, how fine it is, how flexible it is. It's great. I've repurchased this already like 3 times. So that one you should definitely get your hands on for sure. And then last but not least, I've got 2 beauty sponges in here. So this one is so good. This is the Huda Beauty Sponge. It's the black one. I got it in a subscription box. I love this one so much. So much. It's like the perfect quality beauty blender. It's not too dense. It's not too squishy. It just works. And it seamlessly, again, it's like a tip. I like how like it has that, how that edge is to really get in for baking underneath your eyes. Give you like that nice packed part, and then or you can even use that to contour with, whatever you want to use. I think the sponge is just amazing. I would repurchase it if I had the opportunity to, but I've got other sponges behind me that I want to try. The sponge I would say do not buy. This is by Believe Beauty. This is their sponge. I like the shape of it, I will say for sure, because you can definitely get in underneath your eye, but this is just so dense. Such a dense sponge that it didn't bounce. It absorbed a lot of product though for it being so dense, and it was hard to wash. I could never get it clean whatsoever. It was always heavily stained no matter how hard I scrubbed soap and water into it. It just never got cleaned. So that's another reason why I wanted to get rid of it as well. And I think that's pretty much it. There's 2 other products that really aren't mentioning. This is the High Beam Benefit one. I've had that in my collection forever. I've never really truly given that a go. It was a sample size, but this is the Gigi Gorgeous Lip Balm. This is actually a really good lip balm, but it's just, it broke. So, and this was a limited edition by Ipsy, the collaboration that she did with him, or just did with them. So yeah, that was everything in my bin. I'm super excited to finally like get rid of it, get rid of the clutter underneath my vanity, because I kick it every single morning when I'm sitting here to do my makeup. So yeah, that was my video. So I appreciate you guys watching this declutter. Check out some of my other videos in the meantime. I would appreciate it if you guys would subscribe to my YouTube channel if you like the stuff that I have or like my content. Obviously I'm not wearing any makeup because I guess I forgot to explain that. Normally I always have a full face of makeup on. I've always got like full glam when I film my videos, but I went to the gym. I went tanning today. It was my day off, and I apologize for that loud vehicle that just went past us. Someone thinks that they're fast and furious out here with that tiny revving little engine that sounds like a Tonka toy. But in general, yeah, I just didn't feel like putting on my makeup today and just to film. Sometimes it just, nope, it's just not worth it, especially since I'm about to take a shower anyways. Yeah, I just didn't want to feel like putting all my face on. Plus, I don't think I look that bad. I mean, I did my brows. I put on a little bit of mascara, a little bit of lip oil, lip balm, whatever you want to call it. And yeah. So, again, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching my YouTube channel, watching this video, whatever. So you guys know the gist. If you like videos like this, don't rate this video with a big thumbs up, because you know you'll want to. It helps me out so much. Don't forget to go ahead and subscribe to my YouTube channel. It's a good time here. And then don't forget to go ahead and hit that notification bell down below so you never miss a video with me, your girl Sandra D, and I'll see you in the next one. And again, if anyone's interested in this Morphe foundation and you think that you're in the shade Light 4, let me know in the comments down below. Leave your IG handle, whatever it is, and I'll pick someone to send it to, but you have to be US. I'm sorry I can't send it internationally because international is just having some struggles right now. I actually just had one of my bags sent back to me that I sent overseas, that someone had won, and yeah, it came back to me. So if you're international, you do enter into my later giveaways that I do. Just keep in mind that sometimes you guys, even though if I pay to ship it over there still might be custom fees for you guys to get it. So yeah, mindset. But anyways, foundation, leave your IG and I'll ship it to whoever wants it if you're US only. But yeah, it is what it is. So I appreciate you guys so much, and I'll talk to you in the next one. Bye.